tell me when we're ready. On the air in a second.
Hey, where can I
All right,
go?
ready?
I need one for here.
It's on the email. I'd like to call to order the September 24th, 2025 Long Hill Township Committee meeting. We rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting, specifically the time, date, and public call-in information were included in the meeting that was electronically sent to the Echo-Sentinel, Morris Daily Record, and posted on the township website. The agenda and public handouts for this meeting can be viewed online at www.longhillnj.gov. A public comment period will be held in the order it is listed on the meeting agenda. Committeeman Lavender.
Here.
Committeewoman Riker Eline. Here. Committeeman Verleza.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Paserchian.
Present.
Mayor Dorsey.
Here. All right, so we'll start off with a proclamation and a presentation to Grace because she's already been reprimanded by her. She's very busy tonight and wants to get this thing moving. All right, so as most of you are aware, it's Pediatric Cancer Month, at least for the next 6 days. Yes. The sign's out there. I know we've been doing a lot of events in town. We're out of town. We had the Prestige Diner fundraiser. Then they had the fair. That was 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. I was told that probably over 100 people came, which was great. And with the DOGE cutting of all federal funding, I think it's very important to bring awareness to this because it's not getting any nicer and they're not helping. So for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, it said childhood cancer is the leading cause of death by disease in children. 1 in 264 kids in the country will be diagnosed by their 20th birthday. 41 kids per day, or 14,690 children per year are diagnosed with cancer in this country. There are approximately 40,000 kids on active treatment at any given time. The average age of diagnosis is 6 years old, compared to 66 for adults with a cancer diagnosis. 80% of childhood cancer patients are diagnosed late with metastatic disease. On average, there's been an increase in incidence per year since the mid-'70s, resulting in overall incidence increase of 24% over the last 40 years. 2/3 of childhood cancer patients will have chronic health conditions as a result of their treatment toxicity, with 1/4 being classified as severe to life-threatening. Approximately half the childhood cancer families rate the associated financial toxicity due to out-of-pocket expenses as considerable to severe. In the last 20 years, only 4 new drugs have been approved by the FDA to specifically treat childhood cancer. The National Cancer Institute recognized the unique research needs of childhood cancer and the associated need for increased funding to carry this out. Hundreds of nonprofits at the local and national level, including With Grace Initiative, are helping children with cancer and their families cope through educational, emotional, and financial support. Researchers and healthcare professionals work diligently, dedicating their expertise to treat and cure children with cancer. And too many children are affected by this deadly disease, and more must be done to raise awareness and find a cure. So therefore, I, or the mayor and the township committee, declare September 2025 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month in Long Hill Township. And we encourage all Americans, and everybody in the world for that matter, to observe this a month, support the cause that deeply affects every family in every community across the country. It doesn't matter what party you are, what you look like, what your gender is. Unfortunately, cancer doesn't care. So it doesn't discriminate. So please support the cause. And Grace, you want to come up? I'll meet you up there for yet another picture with you. I'll present the frame and the award.
You can get Christina too.
Yes. Also with us, we have the founders of With Grace Initiative, obviously Grace and her mother Aubrey, Christina Rosati from With Grace. I know she's very involved in the foundation. She's at many events along with other people that are involved. So thank you to the volunteers. Grace, you want to say something? You can.
Just another thank you for all of your continued support throughout the years. I think it's been almost 5+ years that we've been doing this with the town. You guys have always been so supportive of the cause, and especially at being Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. It's more important than ever, I think, to spread the word and to get involved with the cause. So thank you guys.
And I just wanted to add also that New Jersey is number 3 in the country for pediatric cancer incidence rates, and approximately 10 kids will be diagnosed this week in the state, so it's especially relevant for here. And just always want to thank the community, as Ray said, about the constant support that this community and this committee and everybody does for the cause. And a special shout out to Christina, her daughter Angelina, as well as the rest of the Rosati family, because they were the ones spearheading the carnival that went on 2 weeks ago. That was a huge success, both in terms of awareness and bringing the community together, as well as cancer families were there, which is amazing, as well as fundraising, so we can continue our mission. So thank you.
Thank you. All right,
I was like, we should have Guy here too.
Oh, he's a member of the board.
He's a member of the board.
Go ahead, guy.
Well, and Christina should come up as well. And I think Dan should come up as well.
Oh, I tried to put up there, John.
You know you want to get pictures. Aw.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right. Hey, good to see you.
I know.
No, do we? Oh, thank you. And Grace, just stay for, before you guys leave, Mr. Mayor, can I just
Yes,
say
go
something?
ahead.
So, you can't make this stuff up, so it's like serendipity or whatever the appropriate word is. I was on the phone with somebody today, completely unrelated to pediatric cancer. But somehow the conversation came up through a mutual acquaintance. So I said, oh, pediatric cancer, and I went through the numbers, which we've discussed at length. 80-20, yay, but 80-20, challenge. And I said, a young lady in town, and I mentioned the organization with Grace Initiative and blah, blah. And then I told the story of Aubrey being on the train. Somebody overheard. Next thing you know, a conversation with the White House. Then Grace is standing next to Melania Trump. And he goes, wait, I remember that. And I'm thinking, no, you can't remember that. It's completely unrelated. And he says, no, I remember that. That was the little girl that was at the State of the Union with President Trump at the time, 2019. He remembered everything about it. He said there were no other standing ovations that night except for the little girl, Grace. So I explained it to him, and you can't make that up. That was just a couple of hours ago. And I promised to send him, and the other one I mentioned, the With Grace Initiative, because I can't be seen, advocating in that particular function. But Grace, I love embarrassing you. What wasn't discussed is, as a result of that phone call and your involvement and the foundation's involvement, correct me if I'm wrong, if I get the numbers wrong, working with the Trump administration at the time, I believe they put $50 million, because up until then it was just cancer research money went to adults, in which, 70, 80, 90-year-old, but nothing for pediatric cancer, or very little. And in fairness, that $50 million stayed in the budget, and then when President Biden was elected, it stayed in the budget. And what Aubrey and Grace are too modest to point out, you were in D.C., the two of you last week, advocating for pediatric cancer research, and I believe it may be up to $60 million.
It is, yes.
60
So
million.
assuming it goes through, it'll, bills that went through Energy and Commerce last week. Knock on wood, unanimously, but they still have to go to the full House and then the Senate, but yeah.
And that's bipartisan, the people you speak with?
Yeah.
A bipartisan effort? And also lost in that is working with the state. You guys had gone down, saw Senator Sweeney, and if I remember his story correctly, you would ask, could you put a little money into the budget? And Senator Sweeney said, how about $5 million? And you almost fell off your
He
chair.
said like $1 million, and he's like, what's that gonna do for you? How about $5 million? We're like, yeah. He's like, what do you really want? I'm like, 10 million?
And correct me if I'm wrong,
He did.
to this day, there's still $10 million in the state budget. And that's because of that young lady sitting out in the audience. So I think we're going to give you another round of applause. Did I sufficiently embarrass you? Did I sufficiently embarrass you? My job is done.
Well, we're proud of you. It's good.
Thank you, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for all the young children. And as you well know, I have a dear friend whose son is hanging in there. And he had an extremely rare form of cancer. And the doctors say it was a miracle. But I would also say the miracle is in part the research money that went into it. Or he may not be here either. So thank you.
Thank you, Grace.
guys.
All right. All right. Thank you, Eline family and Christina Rosati for appearing. All right. Moving on. We're now on to ordinance. First reading of 575-25. It's regarding abutting sidewalks, abutting commercial properties, and who will be responsible. Jack, you just explain to us what that is real quick.
Yeah, this makes commercial property owners responsible for the repair, maintenance, and replacement of the sidewalks abutting their properties. It does not cover residential properties at this time.
This is exclusively for commercial properties. It's
That's
nothing to do with residential, just before people get up in arms. All right, so can I have a motion to introduce this on the first reading, and it'll be scheduled for, when is it, Madam? October 8th for a public discussion and final vote.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender,
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Illine,
Yes.
Committeeman Veleza,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia,
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. The next one is 573-25, the second reading, or for adoption. It's amending the lead paint hazard inspections of rental properties prior to 1978. Jack, does this have to do with the state regulation?
Yeah, but
Rand-
Brenda can explain
Yes.
this better. This is just because we have a new inspection company.
Yeah, we already have this ordinance, and this is just amending the ordinance to relate a new company that is going to be taking care of all the required paperwork from the state. So they'll be doing all that directly. And as a bonus to the taxpayers of the town, they're cheaper than the last company we had. So it's a win-win for not only the residents, but for the staff and actually the state too, because they're getting the proper paperwork that they need, so.
Thank you. I'll open the meeting to the public hearing on this topic. Anybody from the public want to comment on the lead-based paint hazard inspection rental property issue? Anybody online, Madam Clerk?
If anybody on Zoom would like to make a public comment, please raise your hand now. I don't see anyone, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, so we'll close the public hearing. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 573-25?
So moved.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender,
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Illine,
Yes.
Committeeman Veleza,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia,
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey.
Yes. All right. Next one's a second reading for adoption, 574-25, amending the salary and wages ordinance. Randy, what's this one actually amending so people know? we're
Okay.
carrying this, sorry.
Mr. Mayor, what I would ask is, we would like to amend this ordinance to include a police captain position with a salary range of 165 to 225, which has not been in our salary range ordinance. But what this ordinance does is changes a couple of the ranges for certain positions within the township.
Okay, so we'll carry it to the next meeting, and we'll, to add what's on, obviously what's there now, plus the captain position.
Right.
Okay.
And you have to make a motion then.
Yeah, we need to, a motion to amend the ordinance to add the captain's position with the salary range that Randy mentioned, and to continue the public hearing on the ordinance as amended until October 8th.
So,
Further publication?
You'll have to publish the amendment.
Okay.
so moved.
Second.
Committeeman Lavender?
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Align?
Yes.
Committeeman Verleza?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia?
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey?
Yes. Now on the consent agenda, at least the change, there's one change, 25-228. It's regarding the resolution awarding the contract for solid waste. This excludes recycling. So that is regarding just for garbage, not recycling. Is there anything on, anybody have anything they want to pull out or discuss or have any conflicts for? Seeing none, I just want to comment, also on here, some of you may have known, Officer Lagenbach retired a few weeks ago on a Friday and actually got married Sunday. So, we'd like to wish Dee a congratulations on her wedding, her retirement. Enjoy yourself, and hopefully we see you around town sometime. Thank you, Dolores.
Because it's carried until the next meeting.
All right, so seeing that nobody needs to pull anything out of the consent agenda, motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Mr. Mayor, resolutions numbers 25-210 through 25.
There's
Second.
228.
228 as
Oh,
amended.
I'm sorry, and yeah, silly me.
And as amended.
As amended. You want me
Second.
to repeat it, Mr.
Nope, we're
Randy?
good.
We're good? We're good, Jack?
We're good.
All right, Madam Clerk?
Committeeman Lavender?
Yes.
Committeewoman Riker Align? Committeeman Verleza?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Pasurcia?
Yes.
Mayor Dorsey?
Yes. All right, now we're going to liaison reports. Vic, did you find the one you needed?
I did.
Okay, wait, you queued up, you want me to start down the other end, Madam Clerk? Okay, we'll start down with Scott. You have anything for us?
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Guy?
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Aubrey?
All right. Should I do
Oh.
these? Go forward with these updates. Well, while you're queuing that up, Madeline, I'm gonna mention unless you have it up there, the health department
No, I don't.
thing. Nope, so I'll mention that. Well, a couple different things. One, I know we acknowledge Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, thank you. But also September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, ovarian and gyn-onc. Cancer, prostate cancer, sickle cell awareness month also, which is a terrible disease. And it's suicide prevention month as well, just some things to note. And then I also wanted to go over some things from the health department. So there is gonna be a vaccine clinic, which will be on October 8th from 12 to 2 p.m. right here at the library, which is very exciting. What will be offered, again, it's October 8th, 12 to 2, Longville Township Library, flu, pneumonia, and COVID-19 vaccinations. Nurses will be on site to provide free health screening for blood pressure, pulse ox, and BMI. There will also be senior safety and fall prevention resources. The Office of Emergency Management, OEM, and the Red Cross will be there to also provide resources on power outages, winter preparedness, and other things there as well. And there's also the opportunity to sign up for free smoke alarm installations. If you have any questions or need more details, the township website has all of the details. And also, Long Hill Township Transportation will provide service for our residents to and from the clinic. So the mention is also that, as always, residents may call the office to reserve a ride. So I think all of that is great
Yeah, thank you
information
for
and
getting that
something to
here,
take.
because I know you tried to push to get stuff. Everything was always in Berners Township, so
Yeah.
thank you for getting something over here for our residents.
So, and I think it's a great thing to take advantage of for all ages, actually.
So, quick question, and I know it's probably on the website, but the vaccines, so flu, COVID, and I forget the third one,
Pneumonia.
pneumonia, is there a cost?
Good question.
There is a cost if your insurance doesn't cover.
They will take the insurance here?
$39.99, I believe.
I don't know. I don't.
I think it
have
was
that
$39.99.
Let me see, I have the
But
flyer.
will they be able to take your insurance card here?
They said on the flyer that insurance
Covers
is
it?
accepted.
Okay, so by
Oh,
definition,
here
I
it,
mean.
yes.
Okay.
Here it says, hold on, yeah, I applied for the flyer. It says, bring all your medical and pharmacy insurance cards with you.
Okay.
Then it says uninsured or insurance not accepted. Credit cards only, $39.99 for the standard flu. Reservations requested but not required. So yes, it's be $40 worst case scenario.
If you don't have insurance
Yes.
covering it.
Correct.
Which would be the same if you went to
Probably. Yeah, unless they're running some.
Walgreens. Well, either way, you can have your insurance covered if you have the insurance.
All right.
Cool.
Got
All right,
anything
I'm gonna
else?
do the library update now. Is that
Go.
okay?
Yep.
Yay. Thank you, Megan. You're doing great. Okay, slide one. The library is open Monday through Sunday. We are now showing a free movie for adults every Sunday at 2 p.m. Our adult schedule of activities is here. Adult and kid weekly schedules are shared on our social media, our newsletters, and through the school's Friday flyer and posted around town. To note, there are free Italian classes on Tuesdays and free Spanish classes on Fridays this fall. Most popular books at our library last month, just in case someone is looking for a new book to try, they are shown on the screen there. And I'm sure if you missed it on the screen, you can probably go and ask a librarian, they will tell you. September is National Sign Up for a Library Card Month. All residents are eligible for a library card, plus those who work here and those who go to school here. Kindergartners are coming to get their library cards on Tuesday, September 30th. Super cute. All right, for Mets fans, an in-person baseball talk this Saturday. We know at least one Cub fan is attending, so come one and come all. That's exciting, right? Try a new meditation class, Sound Healing, free at the library on Monday evening. That is definitely something, if you haven't done it, you should try. And the last slide is online cooking classes for all ages. Learn a new recipe at home. Good stuff. The library team is great. Thank you.
Oh, also the library, I saw they're advertising. They're looking for a part-time employee, so if anybody's interested in work at the library, please contact the library or check their website. You probably didn't tell you that.
Yes, thank you. Your turn.
Guess it's my
You
turn.
did great.
Batter up, Vic.
All right, I'm waiting for the cue.
All right, you want your slides.
What's the name of the garage?
Okay, the rec update for September 24th is as follows. On September 16th, the Recreation Advisory Committee met. Given Daniel Rogers' recent resignation from the committee due to personal obligations, we had to select a new chairperson. Manzi Patel is our new chairperson. We also started discussing issues in the parks with e-bikes, e-scooters, and bicycles. We may be coming to the committee with a recommendation for changes in the park rules and regulations on their use in the parks. We will continue our discussion at our next upcoming meeting on October 21st at 7 p.m. at Town Hall outside the Parks and Recreation office. As a reminder, these meetings are always open to the public. Interested in working in our basketball program? Please complete our application by 10/1. Found online. We will start hiring in October. Travel basketball tryouts for our teams in grades 4 through 8 will start next Monday. Everyone trying out must register online in Community Pass by 9/28. Please visit the website for all of the information. Adult Open Basketball registration is currently open. The program starts on 10/16 and runs every Thursday night at Central School through 5/7/26. Registration is now open for our Saturday recreation basketball program, grades 1 through 8. Register on Community Pass by 11/1, and the program starts on 11/22. All right, moving right along. Fall yoga programming on Monday mornings has started, and our Wednesday yoga program will start on 10/29. If interested, please register on Community Pass. Programming is held at the Old Millington Schoolhouse. All right. Our annual Halloween parade will be held on Sunday, 10/19, 3 p.m. sharp at Cantor Park. The rain date will be 10/26. Get those costumes ready. This is a free event for all Long Hill kids. I look forward to
I was
that
gonna say,
one.
not to be confused with trunk or treat.
That's right, not to be confused with trunk or treat. Moving on to slide number 8. Also, the Long Hill First Aid Squad will once again host their annual trunk or treat in the Town Hall parking lot on 10/25. Remember, Oscar the Grouch is always watching and wants to make sure everyone keeps garbage in its place. And last but not least, want to have some fun with us? Consider joining the Recreation Advisory Committee. Check out the website for more information. We are always looking for new members. And that concludes my recreation update. Thank you.
All right, all I have is please continue to recycle. Al rolled out a new recycle program recently. What? Sneakers. You have old sneakers you want to get rid of? We can recycle them. Out where the,
1 second.
oh, you got it?
Nope. I'm gonna show people where the bins are.
Oh, okay.
Megan's good, but she's not that good.
There we go.
Okay, what's that, tennis balls?
We got, Bla-
That's where it is in Town Hall.
Yes. Okay, in Town Hall on the library side, there's the bin, so please feel free to drop off any sneakers, and I believe there's a bin in the DPW in the lobby as well, correct, Al? Yes, so if you have any sneakers you want to get rid of, they repurposed, if they're decent shape, they will donate them to like a needy country, or needy people outside the country, I should say, and if they're in disrepair, then they grind them up and recycle them, maybe, I think for turf and things like that. Also, please keep recycling the styrofoam. I see people putting it in their recycling almost every week. It doesn't go there. You can bring it to the box right outside the library 24/7. We also have the Pancake Breakfast, October 5th. It's hosted by the Sterling Fire Company. Actually, I went last year. You get a lot of food, so it's well worth it. It's the benefits for annual Fire Prevention Week. It's $15 for adults, kids under 12, and seniors are $10. It's 8 a.m. to noon, October 5th. So if you want breakfast next week, that's the place to be. And I've had plenty of meals down there, and as I said, they're always well attended and very good. That's all I have. Mr. Administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll start off with Saturday, October 4th. We have the Long Hill Community Cleanup Day. So any organizations that want to participate, any individuals that want to participate, it's from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll have crews in different areas located within the town, working with Public Works to clean up some areas. Contact Colette or Menti in the administrator's office to sign up. For the committee, I've been having couple meetings with neighboring towns with a grant opportunity that addresses the regional climate resilience planning. You may have heard of this grant. The state is opening $10 million available for planning and implementation of different areas to combat flooding and different natural disasters. So we've been meeting with New Providence, Chatham Township, Berkeley Heights, and the city of Summit, as well as Long Hill Township. Our focus is the common thing of all those towns, the Passaic River. So in this grant application, somebody has to be a lead agency. New Providence has volunteered to be that lead agency. We contacted, they asked for a quote from their engineering firm to file the application, which is quite extensive, unfortunately. The cost to file that would be $1,600 per town. Once we file that, we have opportunity to get up to $300,000 for the planning part of what we would like to see done. And this would open once we get the application done and the consensus I believe we would have a great shot of getting money for this grant. It would also open more opportunity not only for DEP but Army Corps of Engineers to have a multi-town project instead of Long Hill battling on ourselves, if you will, to try and get federal funding and DEP funding. So I would ask the committee if you believe that $1,600 is a worthwhile investment to move forward. I would ask that you grant me permission to go move, and we're probably going to need a resolution at a future date so that we could apply that to the state. The grant is due in the middle of October, and the engineering firm said they would have no trouble getting that filed. So I'd like any kind of feedback that
Which of the towns?
New Providence, Chatham Township, Berkeley Heights, City of Summit, and ourselves.
So 5. Chatham Borough's not?
Chatham Borough didn't seem interested.
Aye.
I have no issue with it. I think.
Yeah, motion.
Not at all.
What do you need,
Do
Megan?
a resolution at the next meeting,
Okay.
but just kind of
Yeah, nothing
consensus
this
for him to move forward.
I think you have,
I would say
Vic,
as long as the CFO says we can afford it, I think it seems to make sense.
Yes.
Randy, administrator, could you ask Randy, the CFO?
I'll ask him next time I see him.
Is he cooperative?
Sometimes he's cooperative, sometimes he's not so cooperative, but,
All right.
All right. Anything?
so,
You have anything else? Richard?
of course. We haven't met in a while, so. I have 2 months of police reports. So calls for service for the month of July amounted to 2,576 calls. August was 2,679 calls, bringing a total year-to-date of 20,333. Accidents, excuse me, for the month of July 14, there was 1 with injury and 1 DWI charge. August, there were 13 accidents, 1 with injury, and 2 DWI charges. Events that they had over the last 2 months. On July 24th, Officer Lagerbach and Officer Ray joined first responders at All Saints Pre-K Camp for Community Helpers Week. They gave a presentation about policing and a look inside the police car, and the kids had a thrilling time. The mayor already mentioned that Officer Lagerbach retired as of August 31st. Wish her a happy and healthy retirement and a long retirement. August 5th, as many of you know, was National Night Out. The police participated in National Night Out. It was a well-attended event, and I thank all those that attended and also those members up here that attended. And it was a great time for families. I think everybody had a great time that showed up. There was some food that was good. It was a good event. August 13th, the police swore in Daniel Longo. He's the newest officer to the township of Long Hill. Officer Longo transferred from Orange Police Department after serving with that city for 2 years. And we welcome him, we welcome his experience, and wish him the best career moving forward. The police have scheduled Coffee with a Cop on October 1st from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the local Starbucks in Valley Mall. All are invited. Township committee members are welcome to attend. But for the public, please stop by, say hello to the officers, get to know the officers. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask them. Last, I have the Public Works. So during the course of the last month and a half or so, they did 4 tons of asphalt used for potholes and curbing. They recycled, ready?
I want to hear it.
13,981 pounds of styrofoam.
All right, Al.
Okay, that's
Good
2
job.
months worth, so that's doing fabulous. 6 days of tree work and trim and takedowns, 8 trees removed, 15 basins were repaired, street sweepings recycled, closed Sterling Lake for the season. Obviously, they did weekly lawn maintenance throughout all the properties that the town owns. They set up for community events. They did fantastic work at the drainage improvement at the Myersville ball field. So, when it rains the next day or so, we'll see. But so far, it's looking good. And they've done some line striping. And again, I want to remind people the sneaker drop-off is the new and latest recycling. And I know a lot of people have used sneakers, so I'll probably be putting some in myself. So bring them on down. There's needy families and/or they can use the soles as recycled materials for better and cleaner earth. That's it, Mayor.
That's it? All right. Then we have for discussion items, this is actually one of yours, the Township Committee meeting schedule for 2026, correct?
Correct.
All right, so I guess the discussion was, should we have, one meeting a month or two? I believe that was discussion. Oh, we have a handout. Hold on.
Well, this is like the proposed schedule that we talked about the last time.
Is that one meeting or just your typical
So
two meeting a month?
This is your typical 2 meeting, we kind of,
Thank you.
This is sent out, the other one has the one meeting.
well, we were gonna talk about maybe leaving the second meeting open as a
Thank you.
working one or just a possible one, so I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Aubrey, any comment?
My recommendation was to go to one meeting a month to make them more, to streamline the overall calendar, make them, I think, more robust and focused, that one time a month versus kind of chipping away at them multiple times a month. That was kind of the rationale behind that suggestion.
The only question I have, so we'd schedule what? Schedule two just in case, but really, unless we needed a second one, do one? Is that what you're, that's what,
And
I'm proposing, and you guys can say no. I would say keep the first meeting of every month. And then say like for February, you have the February 11th meeting and kind of keep it as a tentative if you need to have a special meeting, but not on the books, a February 25th meeting at the same time. So we won't advertise it, I'll have to do a 48-hour notice, but you can kind of gauge at the February 11th meeting if you're gonna need that special meeting for the second meeting of the month.
so for example, there's an ordinance we need to pass quicker to get the second reading.
Correct.
Okay.
the other rationale was, and we've spoken about it before, is having those kind of open discussions before an ordinance goes into full-blown ordinance mode. So that there is opportunity for members of the public to come and speak about a topic before it goes into full-blown ordinance, so that there's more time to kind of see all sides of it, hear from all members of the public, and then go and generate the ordinance. That was, another part of the rationale with this. By going to fewer meetings, it would encourage that to happen, so that ordinance don't have to be like keep being revised, have those open comments, have those topics that are coming up for the township, have that opportunity for the community to speak and propose different sides of everything, so that it can be evaluated and the ordinance can be drawn up.
Good idea.
All right, and then, okay. I guess it might be easy for quorum too sometimes, because sometimes with people traveling, it's tough to get people here, all of us, at least 3 people here, so traveling, hey, say we couldn't have a meeting on February 11th, we already have one scheduled for the 25th, we can do the same stuff then.
So you could pivot to the
Yeah, I
second
can
meeting.
pivot, because I know, like, you have to go away, Scott goes away sometimes, there's people,
Right, and
things
it's-
come up, Aubrey's going away
And,
times.
and this is not unusual,
Yeah.
Randy. I mean, I know you know this for other towns. There are many towns that have one. Sometimes they have a working meeting that's not a public meeting. I mean, Jack, in your experience, do you, like, for example, burnouts?
But what Burnsville did a year and a half ago was they went back to having a work session in the conference room. It's open to the public, but where they discuss everything and don't take any formal action unless it's absolutely necessary. And then at the regular meeting, which is the following week,
So there's no-
then they
okay.
take action. So as a result, both meetings have been shortened. I'd say their average meeting lasts an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half.
So let me ask you a question then. In your experience, the working session since you don't need a quorum, it could be run by the mayor, the deputy mayor.
It could, although they usually have a quorum there.
They usually do.
I mean, the
But
idea is to have a quorum, but you could have it without because they don't take any formal action.
you
Now,
can
we used to
discuss,
do it
to
here.
Aubrey's point, you can discuss what's coming up.
We used to do it here the same way, except we had 2 weeks between the work session and actually, we used to have 5 meetings a month at one point, but we don't want to go back to that. But we used to do it here. We used to have a work session, excuse me, they call it an agenda meeting, and then a regular meeting.
Yeah, but in fairness,
But-
back then, you didn't have the ability to, one, stream live,
Right.
televise live.
That's right.
Tape, put that meeting on so those links almost serve as the public notice of, or
That's right.
information.
And like I said, in Burnersville, they meet in the conference room for their work sessions, which is really conducive to having discussions. And the public could sit around the perimeter.
Yeah, but what if you end up with
Then they
more
move it
than
in.
fit? Then I'll
they
move it
in
out to the,
courtroom.
okay.
Yep. But it's been very, very successful.
Right. Madam Clerk, you're the one that runs the meetings, technically. You're the one that runs the meetings. Do you have any opinion?
I like one meeting a month.
I figured you would. I honestly don't. I think it might work. I might as well give it a try.
Right. I think what the mayor's suggesting is probably where I am. I don't know. I'm a little apprehensive only because we've not done it before. That doesn't mean you don't do it.
But we've done it summers.
And we could,
Yeah, it's true.
correct. And we could, and also to Matt's point, we've had some meetings where we had to cancel them because of travel schedules and stuff like that, and things seem to progress anyway. So if we put it on a regular schedule, knowing that we could pivot to that second date.
I think Megan's suggestion is that you only schedule one a month.
Advertise one.
And if you need a second one,
Then we put it
then
in.
you give 48 hours notice. And
Just
pretty much
48 is all you need?
All we need is 48, but
Right.
if you guys are in the meeting for, say February 11th, and there's a lot, and you want to have that meeting, you can absolutely call for that meeting then, and I
That's
can
right.
put out the notice well in advance.
And if something's time sensitive, we could certainly have a Zoom meeting to cover one topic, on 48 hours notice.
Yep,
It could certainly be done.
So
My
what do you
only-
need, what do you need from the committee?
Well, wait, Vic.
Well, my only concern is, does it give the members of the public, members of our community, ample opportunity to come and voice their opinions and attend the meetings? By only giving them one opportunity a month, does that kind of shut them down? Listen, selfishly, once a month sounds great, but that would be my only concern.
Yeah, I agree with Vic on that.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the community kind of forum idea to get ahead of issues or decisions that have to be made in the town to encourage more of that open dialogue prior to going to a ruling or an ordinance or things like that.
We already have four.
Exactly.
I mean, that's an absolutely legitimate concern, absolutely, and I agree with it. But keep in mind, it's not just 2 months a year that we only have one meeting. Oftentimes November, because of the way the
November, that's right.
calendar works, and December, the way the
December's have
calendar
that one
works.
meeting at the
So
end.
you often
four
have
meetings,
4
4 months a year.
in those months.
Yeah,
Is
December
the-
is the 8:30 meeting. That's
One,
basically now.
one in those
Clean
4
up.
months.
Is this something that we should kind of maybe post and get the our community's opinion and hear what they say about it
fine.
and
Well, when
before
does
we
it-
make a decision? I don't know.
When's the
Again,
calendar go out? When do you have to send the calendar to print? That's the,
Well, I was supposed to get it to Colette by the 1st of September.
oh. all right.
How'd that work out?
I'm a little late.
So, we can put.
Because you were
know what?
attending
Then
2
we'll
meetings
just-
a month.
All right, so we'll put it on for further discussion on so we're just gonna have it by November 1st. If you want, we can put it on next meeting.
yes, but we highly encourage comments.
Yeah, from the public.
From the public on that one.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you decide, I think Aubrey's suggestion is a good one, and I've been recommending this for years, is that we not introduce ordinances the first night they're before you.
Thank you.
That they get discussed and then put off to the next meeting and introduce.
Well, we
them.
always did, in years past, that's how we did it.
Yes.
Right, but it
So,
hasn't been happening,
But we've
so-
fallen away from that, so I think it's
Thank you.
the only way to go.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So say we were talking about the lead paint one.
Right.
We talk about it first, then the next
Then-
meeting be the
right.
first
We
reading, then the
introduce-
second
That's
reading.
right, so
All right.
it's really
Give
at
people
3
an
meetings,
opportunity
To
to
hear
think
all
about
sides,
it. Right.
because we might not
And the
know
public has an
Yes.
opportunity
all
to
the
be heard
sides,
before
so
Agreed.
it's
hearing the
introduced.
public, yeah.
All right, so
So
I guess,
with that one change, then why don't we just stay with the way we've always done the scheduling of these meetings? And make that one cultural change.
We can do that, and then I guess we can always cancel the second meeting if there's nothing to do.
And that's what we did all year.
That's true. Yes.
There is one other suggestion, if I might. There's some township committees that give the public 2 opportunities to speak. One in the beginning of the meeting for agenda items only. Basically, if they have concerns over an ordinance that was discussed at a prior meeting and they don't like something in it, or a resolution that they want further clarification on, and then at the end of the meeting, the public comment period.
Let me ask you, Megan, the examples you used, would that be on second reading? I don't think
So
it would
you'd
be
have to
necessary
have-
on first reading in the beginning and at the end. Typically, what we had done in the past, we allowed public comment at the end of introduction, the meeting where there was introduction, and then at the meeting. I absolutely agree at the voting evening.
I
It's
think-
better to have it in the
I-
beginning of the meeting, because by the end of the meeting, as Mr. Arentowitz has pointed out several times, it's a fait accompli. We've already voted.
Yeah, I think the clerk is saying at all meetings, this way people can comment on the resolutions before they're adopted if they have what they want clarification
Okay.
on a specific resolution in the consent agenda prior to you guys voting on it. So I think she's saying each meeting have 2 sessions of public.
So you're not
or
talking about just the
agenda.
ordinance?
You'd have to have a second, or you'd have to have a public hearing for the second reading of an ordinance.
Ordinance,
but I'm-
anyway. You-
Right.
Yes, but
But,
I'm,
but sometimes you just have one public session, but it's at the beginning. And they can comment on things on the agenda or anything else, and then the town.
So
gets-
not after the vote is
And then you
over?
Not
go,
twice.
right, you go.
Not 2 public sessions.
So
but it's at the-
I apologize, Megan. I thought you were saying twice,
Yes, you.
beginning
Yeah.
and end.
Some towns do that.
Right, and you were saying the beginning one is for the agenda items coming up,
Only.
and then the end is any other,
Yep.
any other
Yes.
things, right? The beginning would be
Okay.
limited to what's on the agenda.
Basically resolutions, because.
Yep.
Yeah,
or
or
ordinance
okay.
being introduced.
But yeah, the open mic night doesn't happen until after the meeting. All right. We're gonna try it. We can start trying next meeting. I don't care. We'll try it out.
you want to add that, and are we sticking with the 2 meetings, or
Well, do you want to make that decision now in the 2 meetings for next year?
I'm just saying?
No, not you. I'm asking.
When everyone is coming to the clerk's office asking where their calendars are, I don't want to be the cause of the delay.
I think stick with the 2 meetings, as you guys mentioned. If
And we
you
could always
cancel
cancel
one
it.
or not,
All right, makes sense.
and then again, just pinky swear promise, going on record that we'll do the public comment ahead of an ordinance being introduced so that we can hear, or ahead of a decision being made, so everyone can weigh in on all sides so it can be properly evaluated before the ordinance
We'll
is
demo
generated.
that next meeting.
Yeah, but we solve that problem if we don't introduce the same night we discuss it.
Correct.
Love,
Okay.
love.
There you go. All right, so next week, next meeting, we'll demo that in the beginning, and we'll see how it goes. All right.
Mr. Mayor, I have a
Yes.
couple more things to add, sorry.
Nope, no problem.
Just to let the committee and the public know, our engineer and DPW director were out looking at the public service construction that was done this past year. So those road overlays will be starting soon. Don't expect any delays or changes in bus schedules and so forth. We'll work around those things. Long Hill Road is the plans are going to DOT for approval, and we'll be going out to bid for that very shortly.
Long Hill Road, where specifically?
It's going to be divided into 2 sections because we're applying for a second state grant. So I think it's going to be, the first section, I believe, is going to be west to east. So basically half of our road, and the next state grant will be the second
Could you
half.
describe what you meant by our road as opposed to
Oh,
county
yeah,
road?
The county owns some of Long Hill Road, so
Right,
we'll
so
be
as you come-
responsible for.
yeah, as
You
you-
probably know the road better than I
I do.
so.
So as you come, sorry, I'm going to plow.
Go ahead,
Rather than
go
me
ahead.
keep poking you. So as you come up Myersville Road and you hit Long Hill Road, where you can either turn right or left on Long Hill Road or go down Mountain, if you turn right going west, that is owned by the county and it's their responsibility to maintain. If you go east, make a left towards Chatham, that is owned by the municipality, and that's the road that Randy's.
Correct.
And when you say it would be done, it appears half and half. Half would be done this year, half next year, or half this year first, and then a little period, and then the second half.
depending, I can't give you an answer to that right now.
Fair enough. It's the grant.
It's
Yeah.
the grant, so it's a little state involvement when we get the bid and when we get all the documentation
Fair
and so
enough.
forth. So, we would love to see it done this year.
Fair.
If it gets too late, obviously, I don't want to put that
Mm-hmm.
in jeopardy for too late, and I don't want to open up the road to start the curbing and leave it all winter and in a disaster.
Well, the township is moving as quickly as it can.
Yeah, so we're
in
trying to get this, we're trying to get it.
consideration of money.
We're
Yeah.
trying to get it done and trying to optimize the
Yep.
grant money from the state. So it's less cost to the taxpayers. And I just want to point out a resolution that you guys adopted tonight and for the public. Resolution 227, a resolution consenting to Gillette Crossing LLC's treatment works approval application. Okay, that is for New Jersey American Water to go to DEP to get storage for the Gillette Crossing LLC, which is down towards, going towards Berkeley Heights on the right-hand side.
That's
where they
behind
started
Ancona?
clearing, behind Ancona. So, this is sewer capacity. Okay, we asked New Jersey American Water if they could come tonight. They had a conflict. He will be here at our next regular meeting on October 8th to give an update.
Excellent. That's good news.
But they have said that they're gonna meet the deadline.
I think this is a perfect resolution to indicate
Yeah,
that.
not
So-
only for their part of it, but also to get the ban lifted.
Yes,
All right. Anything else, Randy?
that's it. Sorry.
Any old or new business?
I have something real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a request to bring up. I think we discussed in the past the parking permits at the train stations, giving priority to the residents before people from out of town can park.
You can't,
I'm sorry?
I hate to be the party pooper here, but we can't.
The lawyer.
But you do it so well, Jack.
So there's,
We don't own, we could at the Millington, across the street, because we own that, but we don't own the other 3 lots. So we cannot give preference to residents pursuant to our lease agreement with New Jersey, and that's standard across the state.
So if a current, how about current, people that currently have a permit, no matter where they live, could they get preferential?
I think we could probably grant current permit holders the right to renew first before we open it up, but
Okay.
Is there a problem with parking right now?
No.
I didn't think so.
I think there's an anticipation that with all the high-density development that's going on in surrounding towns, as well as some of it coming to our town, that there may be somewhat of a parking issue in the future, and to help anticipate that, happening, and anticipate that might happen, that people that currently have that permit, regardless of where they live, but I would assume that at this time, it's probably mostly residents, would gain
It
preferential
absolutely
treatment.
will happen when the Gateway project is done.
Right.
You have once he
So,
trips into Manhattan.
so
But
in
that's probably 8
anticipation of
years
that,
out.
within the boundaries of what's appropriate and trying to reserve, what we can for our residents, that you would think you would want them to have preferential parking if you lived in town.
Fair.
Can we at least grant that to people who currently hold it? And I hear the answer is yes. So if that is the answer, how do we move forward in doing so?
Well, it could also backfire on you too. So I don't know who owns what, but let's say, for example, 80% of the permits are held right now from people who are in Watchung. So we say that, and then the people from town.
Well,
get
we're not
spaced
going to
out.
check that before we.
No, I'm
We're not
just
going to
saying.
check that before.
Is there a fee difference, resident versus
we
non-resident?
cannot.
Can't do that
Can't
either?
do that
Just
either.
asking. I
Sorry.
swear I had
So
that.
then I'm
Well, that makes
confused.
perfect sense. but we
I-
can't.
I can't remember if I had that in another town, but I don't remember.
I have a question, but then intuitively, I may know the answer. Chatham Borough, they clearly only allow
They
residents.
might own the lot.
They own
They-
lots.
that's
Summit-
what I figured.
Summit does the same thing. Summit owns a lot of their lots.
So
Yeah,
in
that's-
Millington,
that's
it's a
where I had the
yes. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Across the street.
Across the street.
We're behind. Oh, on the other side.
And
of
you
the
had
other
to-
side of the cafe.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Oh,
in
like the
Summit, you
TV.
had to show that you had an address in town to
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Okay.
So
So
in
where we
Millington, it
can
might
do
be
it,
possible.
But they probably owned it.
West Windsor does the same thing. They own
Got
some
it.
of their lots. in
Got
Windsor.
But someone came up with a clever thing like 5 years ago, and I don't know how that trial thing worked out. They had a deal with Uber where anybody in town who agreed to not forego their parking pass for the same price, they were offered to and from the train station because they didn't want to build another $5 million parking garage, knowing that at some point automated driving vehicles would take you to and from. So what they did is they worked out a deal with Uber where to and from you pay your usual $300 and you had to reserve to and from the train station. I don't know how that worked out. So maybe we can ask our administrator to check with Summit if it even still exists. And so we can plan for the future. Because one thing is for sure, when you get one-seat trips into Manhattan on the Gladstone line, there is not nearly enough parking availability here in town. And won't ever be. We're not going to eminent domain properties just to have parking. And we're not going to build a $5 million garage.
So where are we going to leave this discussion?
I guess we can look and find out if you can give preference to current holders.
Yeah, I'll check the lease and see. I'm pretty sure we
Perfect.
could do that.
Perfect.
But I'll let you know at the next meeting.
Yes,
Otherwise, we
Megan.
don't own.
So also the first meeting in October is when you guys pass the resolution in regards to payments, so I can put together how many Warren, Watchung.
Oh, okay,
Millington,
out of
Stern-
town.
Yes.
Just out of town. We don't need to, if they're in town, it doesn't matter. It's how many out-of-town people are using it.
Okay.
That's, you'd make your job easier, I hope. Anything for you. All
Well,
right,
if you give us a total of how many passes and then how many are out of town, I think we can figure
Yeah.
it, you know.
perfect. All right, any other old or new business? Announcements, hold on, before we get, any blood drives? You're aware
I'll
of?
get back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Well, I think we had all the announcements. I will
No,
turn-
no, you have Millington Music Fest on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, when is that? That's 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, how come we didn't have that
This
in the,
Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday, downtown Millington Music Fest. What time is it?
12 to 6, I believe.
12 to 6. There'll be food, music. It's free for everybody. Yeah, so come on down.
Boy Scout Mum Sale.
You have the mum sale? Go ahead.
Yeah, we have the Boy Scout Mum Sale coming up. That's going to be at Valley Mall. I believe that's this coming weekend.
I saw the sign. I don't know the dates, though.
they have a
26th
cute,
and
they have a
27th.
cute sign.
Yeah.
It's like a cute little catchy sign.
I don't
Yeah.
have the dates,
I don't
though.
remember what it says, but it was
And
cute.
the prices are very, very competitive.
Good.
And the
Yes.
flowers are beautiful.
And the Boy Scouts is
It
always
supports
wonderful. I
Scouts.
still have the 2 flowers I bought back in April or whatever it is. They're still
And
perfect.
not only will they sell you the flowers, they'll put them in your car for you.
With a smile.
Bonus.
With a smile.
All right.
And they'll even talk to Mr. Pasertia for a long time. He likes that.
I know.
I'm lonely,
for
Scott.
him.
All right. We got all the announcements then? Aubrey, you
All
have an
right.
announcement.
All right, it's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn. You have the floor.
All right,
My friend.
thank you. I said, after a great deal of contemplation and reflection, and with a heavy heart, I've made the decision to step away from my role on the town committee. It did not come easily for me. I ran, with the intent to have this position to facilitate more community engagement and transparency up here, and and to advocate for the values and the things that I believe in. And again, after thoughtful consideration, I have concluded that I need to step away for personal reasons at this time. It's been a privilege to serve the community. It's been a privilege to serve up here. It's been a privilege to serve with Guy as my running mate. And it's been an honor of mine, and again, I'm going to use privilege, to serve with the leaders within the town, the departments, the employees of the town, the various committees and groups, and of course the residents through my time here. And I'm very grateful for that opportunity to collaborate across all sides. I'm thankful for that time. I continue to believe in the importance of advocating and using one's voice to help drive progress. So that's what I need to focus on going forward. And I'm very thankful for everyone that's supported me along this journey and in this role. And I maintain my dedication to helping the town in different ways and continuing it as it goes forward, and I wish the committee and the town great success. I'll be here, I just won't be here. So, again, I'm thankful for the support of the town and everyone here, and thank you.
And if I could say, Aubrey, it's been a privilege you serving here. I think you've moved us forward in ways that, honestly, I anticipated you could, and even more so. Now, I believe you're going to serve through the completion of the year because we have to discuss a replacement.
Okay. If you
Not
guys
that-
are
not-
requesting that, we can work on that.
Not that you're replaceable.
Thank you.
But I can honestly say in the, what month? So we'll say 12 months. But up until now, in the 9 months you have served, you have moved this committee forward. And I think I speak for the community as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
It's been a pleasure working with you. Your opinion, your outspokenness, your drive. Even though unfortunately it's been a short time that we've gotten to work with each other on the committee, you definitely had an impact, and thank you for that. We're
Thank
definitely
you.
going to miss working with you moving forward.
Thank you. I
No,
appreciate
thank you.
And Aubrey, what I'd like to say is the work that you're doing on your daughter's initiative is hugely important.
Thank you.
And I'm very proud of you for prioritizing that.
Thank you. That's where I need to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you, guys.
So you can handle all the open mic night comments now.
Right? I can. Wait, and you might be afraid if I come up there. I'm like,
If you're smart, you would
Exactly.
be.
3 minutes.
right?
Do you have any other announcements you want to tell us?
No, I'm good for now.
All right, thank you. All right, open mic night time. Anybody in the public that has any comments, questions, you have 3 minutes. Come on down. I still don't understand that microphone. I forget I was somewhere recently, and they used the same microphone for hours without changing the thing.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, like musicians use it, they have cordless mics. The guy I was watching this band play for 2 hours.
Good point.
Good evening. Charles Renowitz, Millington. 2 areas of comments tonight, no questions. Comment 1. Disparaging remarks. I was on the Zoom special meeting of the Township Committee on September 18th, 2025, a few minutes before the meeting start time of 5 p.m. Before the Zoom meeting commenced, one of you made disparaging remarks about me personally. These remarks occurred not once, but twice. To make matters worse, those township committee members already on Zoom said absolutely nothing to this township committee member to stop making these comments. This situation reminded me of the alleged comments made by some of you to the former police chief of Mednaka.
Oh, you're gonna
But
go.
the truth never came out. It didn't come out because these alleged derogatory comments were hidden behind a settlement agreement with the former police chief. So, based upon the public comments on the Zoom call on September 18th, 2025, obviously, some of you have not learned your lesson from the prior disparaging comments made to others in the past. As far as me, I've been a resident here for 44 years. The only person who has more time here is Matt, Mayor Dorsey. This is great.
I'm sorry, it went out.
Modern technology. Does any of these work?
I'm trying.
Are you in the budget to fix the mics?
We only want to have one meeting, we can't have 2, my goodness.
Actually, that works, you don't even have to use batteries, so that's actually better. You can hear you now, go ahead. I think it's fixed.
No.
No?
Nope, that one's not working.
We must use it a lot during the day.
It's ridiculous. You think about how many kids you're at. Yeah. We'll give you soccer time.
What's that called? It's not
It's-
called
it's,
soccer
it's,
time.
Not penalty time, it's,
extra time.
it's extra time, yeah.
That's right.
What a clever.
Yeah.
Extra time, yeah.
Yeah.
Injury time, whatever you wanna call it.
You ready to go?
Nope, that one's not working.
This is
my mic?
like Trump on the elevator
You want my mic?
Yeah.
Can you just come here?
No.
Go ahead.
No, it's not.
You want this one? Can he just come here?
Those,
Oh, this
what
one.
about the other witness?
The problem is that.
Can he
if
sit
we're-
at the witness
whatever,
stand?
If you wanna sit right here,
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
allowed. You have an ordinance.
I motion to let Mr. Rentowitz sit at the,
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, you can
Third.
sit, no, we'll use
All in
that
favor,
now
aye.
because-
that's what I have.
Not just for you, for anybody else.
Because I don't know why.
I
it was-
feel like Donald Trump yesterday with the teleprompter in the elevator, escalator.
All right, go ahead. Now,
I hope this wasn't intentional.
there's been enough meetings still on microphone dies constantly.
Modern technology.
Yes. All right, go ahead, continue.
As a 44-year resident of this town, and I think, Matt, you only exceed me, I volunteer, make comments, and have concerns with the best interests of this township. And I don't like a personal attack in public on me one bit. Comment 2. Hiring of experts. Hiring of experts to provide expertise and experience in areas where you do not have the experience to effectively make decisions. I point to the fact you hired MRI, then former police chief Robert Falzerano, who was scary smart, to help you manage the police department. But you chose not to implement their recommendations that these experts recommended. So please, for the first time, listen to the hired experts from the New Jersey Association of Chiefs of Police and follow their recommendations. You hired them because you didn't have the experience and wanted their advice. The association has the experience which you do not have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Rentowitz.
Thank you.
Mr. Liberato.
I got working batteries. This one's green.
This one's green?
We'll see.
I'll bring batteries to the next meeting.
The other batteries are allergic.
I'll bring extra, don't worry.
Is this yours?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Battery.
Good evening, Frank Liberato, Millington. Just have 3 things I wanted to touch on. Just to pick up on discussion about 2 meetings versus 1. I think the decision to keep the 2 is the right choice for now, and I think, like you said, if you're going to cancel it, I think it's important to have that, because will that, if you were to go to 1 meeting, just as a question, a month, does that delay the approval of resolutions because you need to have the 2 meetings? So now you'll be going to, say, 2 months to put something through if you're having a meeting once a month? Or would you have that meeting outside of that to put stuff through, if you ever did go to 1 meeting a
No,
month?
we could still adopt the ordinance at the next meeting because it's 7 days publication requirement, so that would give us plenty of time in between.
So it wouldn't delay the process if you went to
Wouldn't delay the
one.
ordinance process, no.
And how about with payment of bills with your vendors? Because I know you approve bills on the agendas. Does that get affected or no?
That could be at one meeting a month.
So then you would only pay the vendor, say, once a month as opposed possibly paying twice a month?
Correct.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I know some towns I work for pay twice a month, some pay once a month. I like the twice a month.
I figured you would.
Here's why I asked. Second question was, now when it's starting to get dark, going into fall, I see especially when I'm out in the evening, we got a lot of street lights that are out, and I know we're probably paying for the lights whether they're working or not with JCP, if they're burned out or not, right? It's a flat fee every month they bill us, in town for the public lights on the street poles.
Good call.
So is that something that JCP knows is not being responsive on? Because like when I see ones in our neighborhood, in our area, I log into my JCP&L account and I report it. But like there's stuff out on Valley Road, there's stuff on Long Hill Road, and even some of the intersections, and they've been out for a while. So I don't know where it's,
Do they ever come over to Heritage area and fix it?
They do.
Oh, they
I
do,
have to
okay.
send 2 to 3 emails, where you log in through the portal, and eventually it'll get to it. Where, unfortunately, like where other properties are with PSE and G, I guess they have more staff. They're pretty quick. Usually within like 48 hours, PS changes the bulb, but I don't know if JCP&L has the same staffing. But if there's something, especially coming into winter, if we can maybe prod JCP&L a little bit to get the lights that are burnt out.
In 2019, we asked them to change the lights along Valley Road and some other places because it's dark, like the more efficient.
Yeah, New
right-
Providence did down on Springfield Ave.
Yes.
Chief Henn had that done over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So somebody at JCP&L will go nameless, dropped the ball, and just never did it. And there's a new person in that position, so we're trying to get that project going. But we requested that in 2019.
Yeah, it's really a lot better at night when New Providence did with their crosswalks. With the LED lighting, it's a lot easier to see pedestrians as opposed to the high pressure
Well,
sodium.
especially down that area of Valley Road,
Yeah.
down towards Gillette, going towards Vintage. It's dark.
yeah.
It's dark over there.
Yeah, and even when even at night when we're going to call, even like up on Long Hill Road, you got lights out in those dark areas up there. Which, if we can maybe prod JCP&L to, ride through and start changing them.
I think the PD had a list.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know in years past, and the officer in charge is here, so maybe if Officer in charge Tiambrello would like to comment, I know in years past, the police department would, on their coverage, they would note and report probably to
Yeah,
the
we-
administrator, and then it would go out to JCP&L. JCP&L is not going to come driving down every road.
No, but maybe if you get to a supervisor, somebody say, listen, we got a lot out and we're paying money for these lights and,
Agreed.
and they're out.
I hear you.
You know,
And I'll send an email actually tomorrow morning.
sounds good. Appreciate that. And then last question is, any update on PD? I haven't been here in a few meetings and been taking care of some other things and figured I would just check in and see if we have any update on.
Specifically on.
Well, I guess, all right, well, we'll make it too broad. I guess, are we working through the process with implementation, anything new? Are we in promotion process?
The promotion process is ongoing right now, and it's moving along. Obviously, there's a subcommittee to talk about the new building or retrofitting. That committee's actually been meeting, and Lieutenant Chamberlain can tell you, because I know she goes to the meetings. I know there's several members of the police on it, people from Town Hall. That's actually, they've been discussing
along.
properties, doing tours of different facilities, and she can fill you more information because she knows more about it. But yes, things
And-
are moving forward.
And I see you're hiring people, so that's good. I see you're hiring officers, so will we see before the end of the year some promotions within the department?
I sure hope so.
Well, I think you saw tonight with the amendment to the salary ordinance.
Right, I saw that, so obviously you're gonna plan on filling that position, I
Give
would
us
assume.
optionality to fill the position.
Yes, it gives you a spot to
Yes.
plug somebody into, so.
Yes.
All right, great, thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Any other members of the community in here? Anybody online?
Mary Ann would like to speak.
Go ahead, Miss Noonan.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. First of all, Aubrey, I want to wish you the best. As a cancer survivor myself, I'm so appreciative of your cause with children, pediatric cancer. It's critical in our lives right now. Am I surprised at your resignation? No. But you need to do what's best for you. And again, I once sent you a personal note, okay? If you ever need help, okay, I could be an advocate with you. That's all I need to say. Wishing you all the best, Aubrey, okay?
Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate it.
Okay. Next question I have, with the resignation of Aubrey, will there be, what is the protocol? Since she has announced her resignation, will there be a special election? Typically, if you have put a resignation in terms of a quorum in a township committee meeting, Aubrey would no longer be allowed to vote. So what is the protocol now?
So first off, Aubrey is staying to the end of the year. Right. Well, we're going to talk about it. And the process is this: the county committee in Long Hill Township, we have a male and a female representative for each of the 6 districts. Republican County Committee, because Aubrey is serving as a Republican. So the county committee, the 12 members there, will meet and discuss candidates. They will put forth 3 names to this committee, the township committee, and the township committee will choose from those 3 who will complete Aubrey's term in office, which will run through the end of 2026.
Okay, so this is basically what you just stated.
Right,
And I'm
27.
sorry, I kind of logged in late. I'm on my cell phone.
I'm sorry, Marianne, repeat that?
I'm sorry.
Repeat the
I,
last question.
Oh, my last question right now
Yes.
is it a matter of a political candidate from the Republican Party, or can anyone
No, it's a
from the
Republican-
county?
It's the party when she got elected.
It's the Republican Municipal Committee will nominate 3 names for consideration by the Township Committee, and the Township Committee can only choose from among those 3 names. And if the committee doesn't submit 3 names, then the Township Committee can name anyone they want. But the key here is that the resignation, although it's been announced tonight, is not effective until Aubrey submits a written notice to the clerk that she's resigning. And the date of that resignation will affect the process for her replacement.
Okay. Next thing. Vic, I want to thank you to bring up regarding the issue regarding the parking permits. Some clarification. I had lived in Chatham Township prior to moving here, I don't know, 28 years ago, whatever it is. Okay. You're all fully aware that I'm like 1 house away from the Gillette train station. I think you're making it a little more difficult in terms of, because I had brought the issue up. I remember Aubrey, actually, she was the one who responded to me to put it in her calendar to bring it up, when you assemble in January. But in essence, I'm just going to give you a heads up, okay? Having lived in Chatham Township, and Guy, you'll understand this, okay? Starting with the Midtown Direct, okay, all of a sudden, their population kind of grew, or people wanted to live in Chatham, blah, blah, blah. Unbeknownst to me, as a resident, okay, of the township, the Gillette train station was located in the borough. It was a matter of location, okay? It was not a matter of residency. So the issue at hand, even though I lived in Chatham Township, I'm looking at the end of December and I'm like, oh, back then I have to pay my 100 or whatever. Now it's, what is it, 600, God knows.
Marianne, just one
But,
correction. The Chatham Borough, the train station's in Chatham Borough on Main.
No, I understand, and this is what I'm stipulating.
Okay, okay.
I live in the township. Okay, so there was a gentleman's handshake per se or whatever. But basically, I only noticed because I'm looking at this and I'm like, where's my form? I usually get a form. So I called the township up and they said, nope, because, the train station is located in the borough. It's specific to the Chatham Borough residents.
Right, but Jack answered
Now,
that. The borough owns
wait,
the train
please.
station. We don't own the train stations.
That I do not know. That no one really owns a train station, you own the property.
The parking lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's the relevant part.
Yes.
Okay. And then, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Okay. I grew up in Staten Island with my husband. I could have taken the ferry and pleasantly cruised along to my Wall Street job, but I moved to New Jersey, commuted from Basking Ridge. Okay. And then, we kind of moved to Chatham for me to be in by 8 o'clock in the morning. But, the matter of having, and this is what they did in Chatham. Okay. You know how long that commute is. Okay. And then add the flexibility of this little bus running through, where you live. It added, 45 minutes. Okay. So, I mean, literally, that to me is absolutely unfeasible. So, I mean, I would gladly help. If you guys don't have the time, I could do the digging because that commute's horrific. Okay. And we're fully aware of what's going on in Warren, okay, with regards to Hillcrest. And again, I want to stress, I have another question, and I really hope someone's taking notes. But, with regards, I know Lackawanna Boulevard, there's an ordinance for only a 2-hour parking on my street. Okay? And we're fully aware of what is in the Democrat Senate majority right now with Senator Singleton with regards to underground parking, brown space developments for affordable housing. Okay? We do not have the brown space around Gillette, okay, and nor undergrounds. But it's going to lead into more issues because our streets just can't handle it. And I know for a fact with regards to Warren in terms of Hillcrest Crossing, which is a second development, outside of the other development, which is owner-owned.
Wait, Marianne, is there a question? I'm just trying to figure this out. We actually opposed the Singletons or Singletary's thing. I remember we did some kind of resolution opposing it, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so
Yeah, but I mean, we understand that, but is there a
for me to be
question?
very specific, am I protected by the ordinance? If Singleton comes in and signs the bill in the interim with Governor Murphy at the helm currently, am I protected?
I don't know, you'd have to ask, I never saw the bill. I don't know. Call John Bramnick's office. I can't answer that question.
But it's a question pertaining to our township.
Well, we can't put underground parking because it'll flood.
Correct.
Okay, so that solves that here.
Okay, but what I'm saying, this is more of a simplistic matter instead of like churning things around and giving parking permits to residents. I think it should be an easier fix. That's all I'm saying.
All right, thank you. All right, anybody else online?
No, Matt, I'm not finished.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we only have a limited amount of time per person, and we discussed the parking permits for residents. Vic already flushed that out. We had a full discussion about it.
Okay, so this will be my last comment then. I'm sorry, Aubrey just resigned, okay? We're losing a sense of community. You had 2 executive sessions. I'm not going to bring that up, okay? But no one's participating in our community anymore. You know, I respect each and every one of you, because I would never put myself at my point in my life in your position, okay? But the fact of the matter is, without engaging the community, and we have lost that, we're losing our community. We're going to lose our volunteers, okay? And it's going to be very painstaking. And that's probably the end of my comments. Matt, if you'd like to have a personal conversation with me on other things, because I do have other things, and I've actually refrained. Myself, I have walked away from the township because I'm just tired of it. Okay?
Thank you, Mary Ann.
Yeah, okay. You know, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I get it. But if we lose the sense of community, we're going to lose the sense of what Long Hill Township is about. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
Mary
good night,
Ann.
everyone.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else online?
If there's anybody else on Zoom that would like to make a public comment, please raise your hand now.
Thank you. All right, at this point, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Have a
everybody.
great weekend.